gave me roses painted blue, said this is something rare and true. But colors fade and so did we, in a love that couldn't be. I held on like it was real, every touch I tried to feel, but something always felt untrue, like those roses I got from you. I should have seen the warning signs. Love like yours don't grow with time. Blue roses never bloom, no matter how you try. You can water them with tears, still they slowly die. Blue roses never bloom, just a beautiful disguise. What we had was never love, just a dream in your eyes. We danced in shadows, soft and slow, ignoring truths we didn't know. Or maybe we just closed our eyes to something built on lies. Every promise turned to dust, falling from a broken trust. Blue roses never bloom, no matter how you try. You can water them with tears, still they slowly die. Blue roses never bloom, just a beautiful disguise. What we had was never love, just a dream in your eyes. If I could go back, I'd still choose you, even knowing it wasn't true. Some hearts would rather break in two than never feel something that felt like you. Blue roses never bloom, but I believe they might. Held on to something fragile, fading out of sight. Blue roses never bloom, now I finally see it wasn't love you gave to me, just a fantasy. The sun falls slow across my skin, like it knows where you've been. Every shadow turns to you in this fading golden view. We used to chase this kind of glow, now I'm here alone below, watching light slip through my hands, like a love I couldn't stand. Everything we used to be melts into this memory. I'm crying in gold light, drowning in goodbye. Every tear shines like fire in the falling sky. Crying in gold that disappeared with the fading light. Your voice still lingers in the breeze, soft as broken melodies. I reach out, but you're not there, just the silence in the air. All the words we left unsaid turn to echoes in my head. I'm crying in gold light, drowning in goodbye. Every tear shines like fire in the falling sky. Crying in gold light, holding on too tight to a love that disappeared with the fading light. Maybe love was just the sun, beautiful but never meant to stay. We burn bright and then we're gone, like the ending of a day. Still crying in gold light as the day turns night. Every tear becomes a star in the dark inside. Crying in gold light, letting go this time of a love that slipped away with the last sunlight. The ink has run dry and the well is just dust. I've spent every line on a man I can't trust. I carved out my secrets, I put them on a page. I gave you a spotlight while I sat in a cage. You were my muse and you were my thief. You turned every chorus into a new kind of grief. I sang through the fever, I sang through the cold, but the story's been finished and the ending's been told. I looked in the folder where the melodies hide, but there's nothing but echoes and empty space inside. I used to find diamonds in the middle of the night. Now I'm just staring at a page that's too white. You think there's a sequel, you think there's more, but I'm locking the piano and I'm bolting the door. I've got no more rhymes for the way that you lie. clean out of breath for a final goodbye. And I gave you my last song, my final refrain, the very last drop of the earth in my brain. I poured out the whiskey, I poured out the soul, until there was nothing but a hollowed out hole. You can keep the recording, you can keep the applause, but I'm taking back the woman who died for your cause. Yeah, I gave you my last song. My voice is a rasp and my fingers are sore. I can't find the rhythm in your heart anymore. I used to think love was a symphony grand, but it was just a slow dirge in a desperate land. I'm walking away from the stage and the light, leaving the music to the middle of the night. You'll hear it on the radio, you'll hear it in the street, the sound of a heart that's finally off the beat. I'm closing the book, I'm breaking the pen, I'm never gonna sing for your ego again. And I gave you my last song, my final refrain, the very last drop of the earth in my brain. I poured out the whiskey, I poured out the soul, until there was nothing but a hollowed out hole. You can keep the recording, you can keep the applause, but I'm taking back the woman who died for your cause. Yeah, I gave you my last song. Ooh, there's no encore, there's no one more time, one more time. I'm done paying debts for your beautiful crime. Take the melody, take the melody, take the hook, take every single second that you greedily took. I'm a silent mountain, I'm a quiet sea, I'm finding the version of me that is free. The music is over, the curtain has fell, I've sung my way out of your personal hell. I gave it all to you, I gave it all to you. Yeah, I gave you my last song, and I hope it was sweet. I hope it was enough to make your life complete. 'Cause I'm all out of music, and I'm all out of us. No more lines, the silence is mine. My last song, the last one. The mirror's being honest, and I don't like what I see. Just a tired, ragged version of the girl I used to be. My edges are all frayed now, and my my spirit's leaning low. I've got 1,000 miles of sorry left for me to go. I know I'm hard to handle when the clouds begin to gray, and I've got a habit of pushing on the good things far away. But my heart is still a diamond, it's just buried in the dust, trying to find a reason and a person I can trust. I'm a house of broken windows, I'm a roof that's prone to leak. I'm the strongest kind of woman, but right now I'm feeling weak. I've been carrying this mountain since I was 10 years old, and I'm shivering in a winter that's grown bitter and grown cold. It's easy to be near me when the wine is flowing sweet, when the song is in the pocket and the rhythm's on the beat. But the music's getting dissonant, the lights are getting dim, and I'm reaching for the surface, but I've forgotten how to swim. So can you love me through the pain? Can you hold me when I'm dancing in the pouring rain? I don't need a fair weather lover for the sunny days. I need someone who can see me through this dark and lonely haze. Don't wait for the healing, don't wait for the light. Just love me through the wreckage in the middle of the night. I'm a map of every struggle, I'm a book of every scar. I'm a long way from the finish, but I've come so very far. I know I'm loud and messy, and I cry for no damn reason. I'm a sudden thunderstorm in the middle of the season. But if you stay beside me while the lightning's coming down, I promise you the gold the pain. Yeah, can you love me through the pain? Even when there's nothing left to gain. I don't need the sunshine, I don't need the fun. I just need to know that your heart is still mine. Through the pain, every jagged edge. Through the pain, don't let go. Love me through it. I heard your name in a passing song, and suddenly I don't feel strong. Every note just pulls me back to a love I still unpack. I tried to bury what we had, paint it over, call it past. But every night when silence grows, you're the only thing I know. No matter how I try to move on, there's a part of me still holding on. My heart still calls you across the distance, through the blue. Every beat is reaching out, even when I try to drown it out. Like it never learned to lose. No matter where I run to hide, you're still the echo deep inside. I see your face in crowded streets, in strangers' eyes and memories. Time goes on, but something stays trapped inside these yesterdays. I tell myself you're really gone, but my heart just won't move on. My heart still calls you across the distance, through the blue. Every beat is reaching out, even when I try to drown it out. My heart still calls you, like it never learned to lose. No matter where I run to hide, you're still the echo deep inside. If love could fade, I'd be alright, but yours still burns in every night. And even when I close my eyes, I hear your voice between the lines. My heart still calls you through the silence, through the truth. Every tear, every breath leads me right back to you. Yet my heart still calls you, though I know we're through. It doesn't understand goodbye, it only knows you. walked out the door, and you didn't make a sound, but the ghost of your presence is still hanging around. You took your keys in, and you took your pride, but you left a mountain of secrets inside. I see your silhouette dancing on the kitchen floor, in the spaces where you don't live anymore. It's a trick of the light, it's a trick of the mind, but I can't escape the man that you left behind. The sun is too bright for the way that I feel. It's highlighting every part of this raw, jagged deal. I tried to close the curtains, tried to shut out the day, but the shadows in your goodbye just won't fade away. They're stretching down the hallway, they're sleeping in our bed, they're whispering the things that you never quite said. I'm a woman in the dark, I'm a queen on a shelf, trying to find the pieces of my broken down self. Oh, there are shadows in your goodbye, long and cold, a story of a fire that's been bought and sold. You left the porch light on, but the house is empty now, and I'm trying to move on, but I just don't know how. I'm haunted by the outline of what we used to be, trapped in the shadows that you cast over me. I went to the market just to get out of the house, but I'm quiet as a ghost, I'm as small as a mouse. I saw a man in a coat with a tilt to his head, and for one heartbeat I forgot what you said. But the shadow followed me down every aisle, mocking my hope and stealing my smile. You didn't just leave, you left a permanent stain, a dark, heavy cloud that's full of your rain. I'm striking a match, but the darkness is deep, and I'm losing the promises I meant for us to keep. Oh, there are shadows in your goodbye, long and cold, a story of a fire that's been bought and sold. You left the porch light on, but the house is empty now, and I'm trying to move on, but I just don't know how. I'm haunted by the outline of what we used to be, trapped in the shadows that you cast over me. Step out of the darkness, step into the light. I'm tired of fighting your ghost every night. You're gone, but you're here. You're a vapor, a blur. I wanna remember the woman I was. Break the eclipse, tie down the is rising high, and I'm still living in your goodbye. Shadows everywhere I turn, shadows watching the bridges burn, just the shadows of you. Broke me softly. There were no slamming doors, no shouting in the hall, no jagged lines of lightning written on the wall. You didn't use a hammer, you didn't use a stone, you didn't leave me shivering and bleeding all alone. You did it with a whisper, you did it with a sigh, a quiet, slow-motion version of a long and cold goodbye. It was a gentle kind of poison, a sweet and steady thrum, and I didn't even realize how hollow I'd become. You held my hand so tightly while you told me it was through, like you were the one hurting from the things you had to do. You spoke of growth and distance and finding our own way, while you systematically erased the colors from my day. It was a surgical removal, a precise and steady cut. You left the windows open while the doors were firmly shut. I thanked you for your kindness, I thanked you for your grace, while you were slowly stripping all the features from my face. And all the way you broke me softly was the hardest part of all. I didn't even notice I was in a free fall. You didn't leave a scar that could see, but you left a gaping canyon in the middle of me. It was a quiet demolition, a polite and steady crash, turning all my silver into gray and silent ash. Yeah, you broke me softly, and that's why I can't heal. I'm looking for a reason to finally be mad, but all I have is a memory of a love that wasn't bad. You were so damn understanding, you were so damn fair, that I'm suffocating slowly in the stillness of the air. If you'd only been a villain, if you'd only been a ghost, I could find a way to navigate this dark and jagged coast. But you're a saint in every story, a hero in the light, while I'm the one who's losing every battle in the night. I'm searching for the wreckage, I'm searching for the debris, but there's nothing left to show the world what you did to me. And all the way like this. No blood, no fire, just a quiet, empty wire. So soft, so quiet, I'm gone. Midnight whispers down the hall, shadows dancing on the wall. Your perfume still lingers here, like a ghost that won't disappear. Silk sheets cold on my skin, where your love once pulled me in. Now the silence holds me tight, like a stranger in the night. Every second, every sigh, echoes of a last goodbye. Velvet tears in midnight, falling slow in dim light. Every drop a memory of what you meant to me. Velvet tears at midnight, love faded out of sight. In the dark I still feel something that was never real. Broken records softly play, songs we used to drift away. Now each note just cuts too deep in a love I couldn't keep. Every word we left behind now just haunts my fragile mind. Velvet tears at midnight, falling slow in dim light. Every drop a memory of what you meant to me. Velvet tears at midnight, love faded out of sight. In the dark I still feel something that was never real. Was it love or just illusion? Sweet disguise and soft confusion. I gave you all I had to give. Now I'm learning how to live. Velvet tears at midnight, no more wrong or right, just a heart that bleeds in blue, still remembering you. Velvet tears at midnight, lost in endless night. In the silence I confess I loved you more than this. The television's humming to an empty space. I'm looking for a flicker of the light in your face. We used to talk till the moon turned into the sun. Now we're just two shadows whose races have been run. I hear the ice cubes clinking in the glass in your hand, but I can't hear the music we used to understand. It's like the radio's on, but the signal's gone dead. Just a static-filled hollow in the back of my head. We're sitting at the table, just an arm's length apart, but there's 1,000 miles of desert between heart and heart. I used to know your secrets, I used to know your sighs. Now I'm just a stranger staring into your eyes. You didn't shout, you didn't scream, you didn't even fight. You just let the fire go out in the middle of the night. The clock on the mantle is the only thing with a soul. Watching the silence dig a deeper, darker hole. Tell me, where did our love go quiet? Where did the rhythm lose the beat? It wasn't a storm and it wasn't a riot, just the sound of the cold and the retreating feet. We didn't go out in a blaze of red fire, we just faded out like an old rusted wire. Oh, tell me, where did our love go quiet? I remember the laughter, I remember the heat, the way that we used to make the neighbors' hearts beat. Now I'm tiptoeing round like I'm in a museum, waiting for the ghosts, but I can't even see them. Every I love you is a whisper in the hall that doesn't have the strength to bounce off the wall. I'm a woman of words, but I've got nothing to say to a man who's already a million miles away. I'm screaming in my spirit, but my lips are bone dry. I'm waiting for the thunder, but there's nothing in the sky. Tell me, where did our love go quiet? Where did the rhythm lose the beat? It wasn't a storm and it wasn't a riot, just the sound of the cold and the retreating feet. We didn't go out in a blaze of red fire, we just faded out like an old rusted wire. Oh, tell me, where did our love go quiet? Make the silence, make a sound before the whole damn house comes crashing down. I'd rather you hate me, I'd rather we fight than to drown in this nothingness every single night. Give me a reason, give me a sign before I lose the last bit of what used to be mine. The quiet is louder, the so quiet. Can you hear that? Nothing. Where did it go? I tried to say what I was feeling, but silence filled the room instead. Your eyes were drifting far away, while 1,000 words stayed in my head. Every line I couldn't speak turned into a tear on my cheek. Where words end, my heart begins, speaking truths I hold within. Every tear, every breath says more than I ever said. Where words end, you slip away, nothing left for me to say. In the quiet, love pretends but breaks where words end. We used to talk till morning light, now we barely say goodbye. Your touch feels like a memory, fading slowly over time. All the things we left unsaid echo louder in my head. Where words end, my heart begins, speaking truths I hold within. Every tear, every breath says more than I ever said. Where words end, you slip away, nothing left for me to say. In the quiet, love pretends but breaks where words end. If I could speak without the fear, would you stay or disappear? Or is silence all we have left between the past and now? Where words end, my heart still calls, even as our love dissolves. Every beat, every cry is a whispered last goodbye. Where words end, I stand alone in a truth we've never known. In the silence, I descend, lost where words end. The door closed softer than goodbye. No shouting, no tears, just empty sky. Your footsteps fading down the hall, like you were never here at all. No broken glass, no final fight, just shadows swallowing the light. You took your love without a sound and left my world unwound. I waited for a reason why, but silence was your last reply. You left me in the silence with nothing left to hold. No words to stop the falling, no truth for me to know. You left me in the silence where echoes never end, a quiet kind of heartbreak I don't know how to mend. Your picture still hangs on the wall, but it don't look like you at all. The eyes I knew have disappeared, just like the love you left here. I scream your name into the night, but silence answers every time. You left me in the silence with nothing left to hold. No words to stop the falling, no truth for me to know. You left me in the silence where echoes never end, a quiet kind of heartbreak I don't know how to mend. Was it easier to walk away than finding words you couldn't say? Or did you know I'd break like this from something you dismissed? You left me in the silence, but I still hear your name in every empty moment, in every